Yo, good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, creator, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native from the neck of the woods of Queens, New York. And yes, you are now rocking, listening, streaming, tuning in and watching the 345th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York Avenue podcast, the comedy space for unfiltered, raw, uncut, wild, crazy, fun topics in entertainment news, music news, including hip hop, transit, and 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 alongside with segments in between. And we got a jam-packing show for you today, including some Labor Day weekend plans that I will talk about in remains to be seen segment. I will talk about that and along with everything else in between. So, and I hope y'all are making plans for the Labor Day weekend. And if you plan on traveling and stuff, you have to make sure you leave early morning or at night, so that way you'll be able to beat the traffic so you don't miss out on anything. And it gets a little crazy though. So anyway, man, we got some stuff to talk about here, man. And let me start off with let's start off with let's start off with this. A little mental health check-in, man. And today's topic in the mental health check-in topic is dopamine. Let's do it. And a quick reminder, man, if you are new to the YouTube universe, we are live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube. Be sure to grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555 for more live video podcast episodes. Leave a like and a comment and all that great stuff right there. And I'll handle the rest at the end of the show. Be sure to go to the link in my bio so you can actually, you know, listen and stream on streaming platforms, including YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. All right. All right. Here we go. I'm going to start off with this. All right. So we are going to start with dopamine today. All right. Um yes, as you can see, as you can probably know, well actually you can't see, but um as I'm recording, I'm watching the New York Mets game on my phone while 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 the TV's on. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully I'll be able to catch up on the game while on the phone while I'm recording. Anyway, man, let's get into dopamine, man. What is dopamine, you ask? Dopamine is a hormone and a type of neurotransmitter or chemical messenger made in your brain. Your nervous system uses it to send messages between nerve cells. These messages also travel between your brain and the rest of your body. The unique neurotransmitter affects your body, brain, and behavior. Dopamine plays a role in how we feel pleasure and rewards. It's a big part of our unique human ability to think and plan. It helps us focus, work towards goals, and find things interesting. Like most other systems in the body, you don't notice it or maybe even know about it until there's a problem. Too much or too little dopamine can lead to many different health issues. Some are serious, like Parkinson's disease, others are less severe. Now, what does dopamine do, you ask? Dopamine travels along four major pathways in the brain. These pathways are like highways with, with pit stops, dopamine receptors along the way. Dopamine stops at these receptors to send and receive various messages. These messages are signals that affect movement, coordination, pleasure, and cognition or thinking. Dopamine plays a big role in your reward system. Not sure what that is, but I'll look it up later. When you do something that feels good, your brain releases a rush of dopamine. You naturally seek more of that good feeling by repeating the behavior that made you feel good. This could be anything from eating delicious food to binge watching your favorite show, or more harmful behaviors like drug or alcohol overuse. It affects many parts of your behavior and physical functions, such as learning, motivation, kidney function, lactation, sleep, memory and focus, stress response, mood, attention, digestion, and blood flow, pain processing, heart rate, blood vessel function, control of nausea and vomiting, movement, um, and dopamine versus serotonin, which was the previous topic I talked about in an earlier episode of 344. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that, like dopamine, regulates mood and other bodily functions. Both hormones increase positive moods and emotions. Serotonin and dopamine both play a role in digestion and sleep. Serotonin is connected to happiness and mood, while dopamine is associated with feelings of reward and motivation. While these two neurotransmitters are similar, they work in different ways. The balance between these hormones is important as they sometimes work together and at other times inhibit or hold each other back. Too little of either hormone may cause mental health conditions. Now, the role in mental health. It's hard to pinpoint a single cause of most mental health disorders and challenges, but often they are linked to too much or too little dopamine in different parts of the brain. Examples include schizophrenia. This severe but treatable psychiatric disorder causes hallucinations, which is seeing things that aren't real, and delusions, firmly believing in untrue ideas. Other symptoms include disorganized thoughts and unusual body movements, a dopamine imbalance along different pathways in the brain causes these symptoms. ADHD. No one knows for sure what causes attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Some research shows it may be due to a shortage of dopamine. This problem may be due to your genes. The ADHD drug, um, what is it? Hold on, methyl, methylphenidate, methylphenidate, which is Ritalin, works by boosting dopamine. Drug misuse and addiction. Drugs such as cocaine can cause a big, fast increase of dopamine in your brain. That satisfies your natural reward system in a big way. But repeated drug use also raises the threshold for this kind of pleasure. This means you need to take more to get the same high. Meanwhile, drugs make your body less uh, able to produce dopamine naturally. This leads to emotional lows when you are sober. Dopamine in other diseases. It also plays a role in diseases that aren't related to mental health. Um, one of these, one of these is Parkinson's disease. Another is obesity. Parkinson's disease, dopamine enables neurons or nerve cells in your brain to communicate and control movement. In Parkinson's, basal ganglia, which are an important part of brain cells and nerves that control body movement, steadily break down without a signal to send anyone. Your body makes less dopamine. Hmm. Yeah. Um, these changes in your brain lead to a chemical imbalance that causes physical symptoms, including tremors, stiffness, slowly voluntary movement, poor balance, the poor coordination. Doctors treat these symptoms with medications that rise, no, excuse me, raise dopamine levels. Obesity, most of the time, if you take in more calories than you burn, you'll gain weight. So why can't people with obesity simply eat less and slim down? The answer isn't that simple. If you have obesity, you may face obstacles that others don't, including problems with your natural reward systems. This can affect the amount of food you eat before you feel satisfied. Studies suggest that in people with obesity, the body may not release enough dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine can save lives. Dopamine can play a life-saving role in relaxing or tightening blood vessels, which includes veins and arteries. Doctors use prescription dopamine, um, inotropin, to treat low blood pressure, poor cardiac output when the heart doesn't pump out enough blood, poor blood flow to vital organs. Yeah. Some cases of septic shock. If your doctor prescribes dopamine, watch for these side effects: irregular heartbeat, faster heart rate, um, trouble breathing, chest pain, nausea, and vomiting, headache, because many drugs interact with it. It's important that your doctor knows all the medications you take. Symptoms of low and high dopamine levels. Dopamine isn't measured with a blood test, so there's no particular number that shows you how, no, excuse me, have a normal level. Instead, your doctor will ask you lots of questions about your medical history, lifestyle, and how you feel. If you have a normal, balanced dopamine level, you'll feel happy, motivated, alert, and focused. Low dopamine symptoms: if you have low levels of dopamine in your brain, you may have the following symptoms: little motivations to complete tasks or achieve goals, not feeling pleasure in activities you once enjoyed, little energy, anxiety or sadness, difficulty concentrating, trouble sleeping, low sex drive, high high dopamine symptoms includes, okay, if you have a high dopamine level, you may feel euphoria, not the TV show, or intense excitement and happiness, high levels of energy, increased sex drive. The downside of too much dopamine in excuse me, downside of too much dopamine in your brain includes trouble sleeping, aggressive behavior, difficulty controlling your actions. How to increase dopamine, you ask? Dopamine is a complex brain chemical, and scientists are still learning how it works. Some research shows that certain foods high in magnesium and tyrosine, an amino acid that changes into dopamine in your brain, may increase dopamine levels. Examples are chicken, almonds, apples, green leafy vegetables, green tea, tomatoes, and turmeric. Dopamine levels rise when you do things that make you feel happy and relaxed. To get a rush of dopamine, you can try to disconnect from your phone and instead go exercise, spend time in nature, or read your favorite book. Supplements that increase dopamine levels are tyrosine, L, L-theanine, vitamin D, B5, and B6, omega-3 essential fatty acids, magnesium, um, and let's see, dopamine detox, also called dopamine fasting, is a trend that's gained popularity in recent years. Dopamine fasting was first developed by Dr. Cameron Seppa as a cognitive behavioral therapy technique to help those struggling with impulsive and addictive behaviors. Rather than acting on your impulses to feel immediate satisfaction caused by a rush of dopamine, this practice relies on willpower to manage your response to impulses. The term dopamine detox leads people to think that cutting out all pleasurable activities will reset dopamine levels. This isn't true because your body continues to make dopamine even if you hold back from doing things that make you happy. Um, Instead, dopamine fasting involves managing your behaviors and meeting your needs by targeting behaviors you'd like to improve. Through fasting, you replace unhealthy habits with unhealthy habits and healthy activities. How do you how to do a dopamine detox, you ask? A dopamine detox doesn't mean that you hold back from all activities that bring you joy. Instead, you focus on targeting behaviors that cause problems in your life, which usually fall into these categories: pleasure eating or emotional eating, internet or gaming, gambling or shopping, porn or porn and masturbation. Oh shit. That is so fucking funny. All right, thrill seeking thrill seeking behaviors, recreational drug use. Um Dopamine fasting means different things to different people. For some, this means they disconnect completely from electronic devices and social media. Others try extreme unhealthy forms of fasting, like holding back from healthy activities like eating or exercising. There isn't one set approach to dopamine fasting. One recommendation is to begin by easing into the fast, starting with a few hours to 1 day a week to one a week and beyond, in a way that doesn't interrupt your life. Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one right here, man. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. All right, takeaways. Dopamine is a complex hormone and neurotransmitter that affects emotions, behavior, and movement. It plays a major role in how we feel pleasure, seek rewards, and stay motivated. Dopamine levels that are too high or too low cause mental and physical conditions like Parkinson's disease and schizophrenia. Talk to your doctor if you are concerned about your dopamine levels. So, what does dopamine do to a person? Dopamine affects your mood, emotions, and behaviors. You feel happy, motivated, alert, and focused if you have a balanced dopamine level. Too much or too little dopamine causes problems with impulsive behavior, sleep, and movement. How does dopamine make you happy, you ask? Dopamine sends chemical messages in your brain to let you know that something feels good. This feel good chemical signals your brain to feel that happy feeling when you do things that you enjoy. How can you increase dopamine? A healthy lifestyle, a diet rich in magnesium and tyrosine, tyrosine, and certain supplements can help you maintain balanced dopamine levels. You can also increase dopamine by doing things you enjoy. Oh man, does sex release dopamine? Oh no! Oh my gosh! Did you have to include that shit in there? Dopamine triggers feelings of. Oh shit! That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Oh man, dopamine. All right. Dopamine triggers feelings of arousal, motive. Excuse me, motivation and reward. If you find sex pleasurable, your body releases a rush of dopamine in response to those good physical feelings. Oh man. Now, this is from WebMD, the website. So, in case you want to learn about dopamine, the website is www.webmd.com. And yes, it does deal with mental health too. So, um, all right, all right. With that mental health topic down, what do you say we go to our next segment right here involving transit, right? Um, let's get into it right here in a segment that I like to call the New York Mass Transit Files right here, man. Let's get it. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got in on the agenda today. Let's start off with the subway slasher in Midtown Manhattan. All right. Okay. So this took place. So this is from the folks from AMNY, right? So, police in Midtown are searching for a subway slasher who randomly attacked a commuter at the 47th 50th Street station early Monday at authorities said. According to police sources, a 24-year-old man was attempting to buy a Metrocard from a machine at the station located below Rockefeller Plaza at around 1:20 a.m. that took place on April 15th when the unidentified male suspect approached him from behind. Cops say the assailant used a excuse me, used a sharp object to slash the man across the right side of his face and in the leg. Following the assault, the perpetrator fled the station to parts unknown. Jeez, man. What is what is wrong with people in these fucking slashing sprees, man? This is fucking ridiculous right there, man. And you wonder why a lot of people don't take the subways anymore. This is some bonkers shit though, man. Anyway, let's keep going here. Um, so the victim later told police he did not know his attacker and was seemingly targeted for no discernible reason. According to sources familiar with the case, the victim also said that the incident happened so fast that he was unable to see the weapon used in the attack. Police said the victim suffered a severe gash that stretched from under his ear down his cheek, requiring stitches. He was rushed to Bellevue Hospital for treatment. The NYPD reported that the suspect was last seen wearing a white hoodie, sweatshirt, and brown pants. Images of the perpetrator were released Monday morning. Anyone with information regarding the slashing can call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. For Spanish, dial 888-57-PISTA. You can also submit tips online at crimestoppers.nypdonline.org or on X, formerly known as Twitter, at NYPD Tips. All calls and messages are kept confidential. Let's see. What else we have on the agenda here? Let's see. Let's see. Um, let's see. Okay. Let me see. Contactless. Yeah, let's talk about the contactless thing. Um, and this is from, let me see. And this is from the folks from masstransitmag.com. All right. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey's uh, total access path payment fare payment system has been used more than 10 million times since the tap to pay system was launched as a pilot program in December 2023. Let's see. Let's see. PANYNJ notes that the latest usage milestone comes as TAPP tap adoption rates have quickly risen to more than half of all fare entries into the commuter rail since the first readers were installed at the end of 2023. TAP has been available at all New York and New Jersey PATH stations since May 2024. TAP allows passengers to pay fares at select turnstiles with the tap of a contactless debit or credit card, smartphone, or wearable device instead of the PATH issued SmartLink cards or paper ride Metro cards that have been in use since 2008. During the month of July, 59% of riders entering the Christopher Street station in New York use tap to pay, and 57% of riders entering the 33rd Street Terminal station use the new fare payment system. The enthusiastic embrace of our new tap to pay fare system for path shows that riders want quick and seamless payment options. Um, as part of modern 21st century public transit rider experience, said PANYNJ Chairman Kevin O'Toole. Um, End quote. We will continue to look for ways to enhance the customer experience as we work to modernize path and improve service for riders throughout the system. End quote. We are very excited to reach 10 million tap and go entries so quickly, which tells us that path customers are ready to tap into the future of a fair payment technology that isn't tied to a specific fare card, said PANYNJ Executive Director Rick Cotton. As we move toward a full transition to tap, we hope the customers who have yet to experience the ease of this new fair payment system will try to tap using their own credit card, debit card, or smartphone wallet. During During the transition period, fare equipment supporting SmartLink and Metro cards will remain operational as more customers become familiar with the new payment option. Current path discounts for SmartLink users remain in effect and will be available when Path issues a tap fare card. 10 million served is a big achievement for Path and reflects how quickly and readily our riders have responded to tap, said Clarel excuse me, general manager and director of Path. We continue to look for meaningful ways to enhance the customer experience, whether it's a new fare payment system, building more modern facilities, or improving our infrastructure. All right. Um, I know I got some I know I got some other transit stuff that I wanted to actually talk about. So recently, recently L train service was suspended at rush hour between Brooklyn and Manhattan on Monday morning after the line experienced a power failure. The MTA reported at 8:15 on August 19th that the L had lost third rail power in the 14th Street Tunnel under the East River, through which all L trains crossed between Brooklyn and Manhattan, forcing the transit agency to suspend service on the line between Myrtle and Wyckoff Avenues and 8th Avenue in both directions at the height of the morning rush hour. Ooh, that's very, very scary. That's very scary. And that is why I don't really take the train anymore. So that is why I don't take the train anymore. So you know what I mean. Um. So there you have it. Um. Hold on a second, folks. All right. Um. All right. So here we go. An hour later, service had mostly been restored within Manhattan and Brooklyn, but service was still suspended between boroughs, with the MTA advising riders to take the A, C, J, or M trains instead. L trains L trains L train service across the river was restored by 9:41 a.m. The MTA reported, and regular service had resumed, but still with significant delays as of 10:30 a.m. The MTA is still investigating what caused the loss of power, but an agency spokesperson said it didn't immediately appear to have anything to do with Sunday's rainstorm. L riders were not the only commuters to face a morning rush from hell. In Connecticut, the MTA suspended service on Metro North's Waterbury and Danbury branches after the weekend's rainstorms caused flood conditions. The Waterbury branch, in particular, was inundated following a mudslide. Riders were directed to take trains from nearby stops on the New Haven or Harlem lines instead. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, so New York City businesses can now apply for government incentives in exchange for taking their deliveries in off-peak hours, the Department of Transportation said Monday. DOT says qualifying applicants can receive one-time reimbursements for expenses like security equipment, like CCTV cameras and quiet cargo handling equipment if they choose to partake in the program. Decreasing congestion, improving our air quality, and reducing the number of large trucks on our roads are vital to making New York City greener, healthier, and more livable, said DOT Commissioner Edonis Rodriguez. We encourage all local businesses to apply for this program that will benefit all New Yorkers by reducing the number of delivery trucks on our roads during busy daytime hours. Um, sorry. DOT has overseen the off hours delivery program since 2010 and has 27 business participants with over 1,000 locations. Excuse me, 1,000 locations between them, including just Salad, um, Anheuser Busch, and Whole Foods. Tens of thousands of trucks enter New York City every day, carrying 90% of the freight that ultimately lands with Big Apple consumers. Most of these deliveries are made during business hours and play a significant role in traffic congestion. The incentive program was funded with $6 million from the city budget in anticipation of the NCA's congestion program, which I hate, and a lot of people don't like it, which would charge trucks between $24 and $36 to enter Manhattan below 60th Street in the peak hours, but only $6 to $9 overnight. Jeez, man. Yeah, this is a money grab, folks. Yeah. That program is now on ice after Governor Kathy Hochul announced a temporary pause to the program weeks before it was to be implemented. In addition to delivery incentives, the DOT says it still intends to pursue street design initiatives it planned for Manhattan in advance of Central Business District tolling, including new crosstown bus and bike routes on 72nd and 96th Streets, and a two-way protected bike lane on Delancey Street. Uh, I don't know about all that though, man. I really don't know about all that though, man. That's just crazy to me. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what else we got to talk about here. All right, so we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking on like two things actually. Um, all right, we're gonna talk about two things. Yeah, two things we're gonna talk about. Um, one in particular. Um, one in particular has to do with So one in particular has to do with an excavation um, in Astoria, Queens. So let's get into this segment right here, man. Chatting all the jazz, chatting all the jazz. You know what I mean? Um, so I'll break that down. I'll break that down like a Pythagorean theorem. So you know what I'm saying? Um, just waiting for this thing to load, and then we will proceed. Oops. Sorry about that. Wrong button. Yes. Yes, we got to talk about what's going on in Astoria, Queens. And this is from the people from QNS. Excavation work is being done at the development site of a future 7-story residential building at 30 78 29th Street in Astoria, Queens. The estimated completion of the building is set for the winter of 2025. Demolition work was completed at the site, which was previously occupied by a single home in the first half of 2024. Now the area is blocked off by wooden fencing on the sidewalk, with the excavation work ongoing across the parcel. Um, This work is expected to continue for the next few months. Those working on the property hope to begin foundation work just before the end of the year. The completed the completed structure will be 70 feet tall and yield 18,611 square feet of residential space. There will be 27 rental units there, averaging 689 square feet. The development will also have a cellar level, a 36-foot long rear yard, and 14 open parking spaces. Hold on a second here. Damn it. Sorry about that. The property is still The property is located within close proximity to the 30th Avenue subway station, which and services the N and W trains. The building was designed by James Cleary Architecture. Desmond Neal of Civil Line Construction Management is listed as the owner of the property. Okay. All right. Next we have um Win. Hold on a second here. And this is from Real Deal. The Real Deal. Related companies and luxury hotel and casino giant Wynn Resorts aren't making any friends at the High Line. Friends of the High Line, a nonprofit that advocates for the preservation of the High Line and its use as a public open space, is rallying support to oppose development plans for the park that includes building a casino, apartment, tower, office building, public school, and daycare. The New York Times reported. Related and Wynn joined the race for a downsized casino license earlier this year with a $12 billion pitch for Hudson Yards, also slated to deliver more than 1,000 apartments, a resort hotel, 2 million square feet of office space, a public school, and daycare. Hmm. I know there's some people that's opposed to the whole casino thing, and there are some that are for it, but who knows, man. Um, all right. Opponents of the plan claim the development, which is slated to build three skyscrapers on the 13-acre stretch between West 30th and West 33rd Streets, will block views of the city, create gusty winds, and cast long shadows that could hurt local businesses. Their biggest gripe is a plan to build a 200,000 square foot, 20-story podium that would hold a casino and skyscraper with 1,750 hotel rooms. Friends of the High Line head Alvin Van Capel told the Times it would be like having six Costco warehouses stacked on top of each other and will gravely endanger the High Line experience. The High Line generates $50 million a year in local spending, according to data that the group commissioned from economic development and consulting firm HR&A. Related told the Times it has made efforts to resolve objections to the plan by meeting with the High Line Group and making substantive changes to the plans, but the group did not express any further objections after those changes. In defense of the plan, Related says there will there will they there will still be almost 6 acres of public green space and points out the project will generate thousands of union jobs. Hmm. State Senator Brad Horman Segal told the outlet the group has had a relationship with Related, which has donated millions of dollars to the group since the park opened. related and when need support to be able to move forward with the project. In order to obtain one of only three licenses in the state to run a full casino in the city, they need to win majority approval from a panel of six people chosen by elected officials. The New York State Gaming Facility Location Board is overseeing the application process and expects to announce winning casino proposals by the end of 2025. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we got to talk about here. Let's see we got. Let's see what else we got to talk about here. Oh, wait. Um. Okay. Let's see. Well, I didn't get a chance to put this in this episode description, but this is from the folks from Hip Hop DX. Um, KRS One, Fat Joe, MC Light, and various other hip hop legends celebrated the genre's 51st birthday recently by going on a Walk This Way march through the Bronx this past weekend. Joined by the likes of Daryl DMC McDaniels, Curtis Blow, Grandmaster Cass, Master G, Grand Wizard Theodore, and MC Shy Rock. The rap icons marched in support of hip hop culture and to promote good health and nonviolence in urban communities, which took place on Sunday, August 11th. The group were also joined by members of the public who were witness to speeches given throughout the day, including one from DMC. We're going to show you how to survive, strive, and be alive. The Run DMC legend said, "We created hip hop so we didn't have to glorify or celebrate all the negativity that is attacking and prevalent in our communities. We are the solution. The Walk This Way March. Why? Because we want to show you there is a way because we are the way." And yeah, you can check out their pictures on Instagram as well. Um, KRS One also emphasized the importance of the march to all hip hop, saying, "With a healthy respect for our victorious past and an eye toward our glorious future, it is clear that only we have taken care of us. Only we can take care of us, and only we will take care of us. Peace, love, unity, and safely having fun amongst ourselves. These are the practices we need for our next 50 years to be even more victorious than the last. We owe this to our future." Hmm. Yeah. Let's see. We owe this to our future. Yes. So after the march, the Blast Master paid tribute to those who attended on Instagram, writing alongside pictures from the day. End quote. "Thank you to everyone who walked and rallied with us from the birthplace of hip hop to Cedar Park to Crotona Park in the Bronx. Um, this concludes our hip hop 50th anniversary. Happy Hip Hop 51." Fat Joe added in his own post, "Happy birthday, hip hop, the Big 51. Today I was amongst superheroes marched from the birthplace of hip hop to my hood, Crotona Park. Yeah, Teacher, KRS-One, MC Light, Curtis Blow, so many legends. MC Light also celebrated the festivities, saying, "In quote, I had the fortunate opportunity to spend some time with the teacher KRS-One this past weekend. I visited his show at Lincoln Center, and he came through for my show in Coney Island. I then met him and the entire BX crew at 1520 Cedric Avenue, aka Hip Hop Boulevard, and marched through hip hop's beginnings. All of this on hip hop's 51st birthday. Nothing like spending time where it all manifested. I am grateful." Yeah, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Let's see. Let's see what else we have to. Let's see what else we have to talk about in chatting on the jazz. If I didn't miss anything, if I didn't miss anything, um. So what do you say? All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Let's get into a little movie news, man. Let's get into a little movie news right here. Hold on a sec. All right, time for movie man cave popcorn, man. I've been saving the Bad Boys 4 topic for quite some time now. Um Little recap of how much money it did. So obviously it did over $1 billion. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's get into it right here, right now. All right, let's get into um hang on 1 second. Yeah, let's get into we're gonna talk about Bad Boys 4. All right. So Bad Boys 4 milestone. How about that? And this is from the folks from CBR.com. Bad Boys Ride or Die continues to live a charmed life at the box office. At the latest Bad Boys sequel gathers increased momentum during its theatrical run. The titular franchise reaches a new milestone. Per Collider, Ride or Die has now earned over $362 million at the global box office, 179 million dollars of that total coming from domestic theaters. As a result, the Bad Boys franchise has now passed the $1.2 billion mark since its inception in 1995. The film series passed the $1 billion mark less than 2 weeks after its June 7th premiere. Um, Ride or Die still has some way to go to become the Bad Boys film series um, biggest earner, chasing Bad Boys for Life tally of $426.5 million made worldwide following its 2020 release. The last two Bad Boys sequels were directed by longtime collaborators Ad- Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah, with both films comfortably earning the best mark from critics. Um, wow, wow. Um, wow. Yeah, I'm glad it made over $1 billion though. I mean, I just wish any other movie that's in the $1 billion mark can make it past the stupid remake of The Lion King. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing about it already, man. That shit was not animation at all, man. It was live action. Like what the hell, man? It was live action. Anyway, let's keep going, man. All right. All right, Bad Boys Ride or Die was a huge hit with audiences, boosting the franchise best audience score of Rotten Tomatoes. Ride or Die sees Will Smith and Martin Lawrence reprise their leading roles as Miami PD lawmen, Detective Lieutenant Mike Lowry and Detective Lieutenant Marcus Barnett. Mike and Marcus face their toughest task yet as they may face corrupt law enforcement officials and officers from their own department as they try to clear up the name of their fallen police chief, um, Captain Howard, played by Joe Pantolini, Pantoliano, excuse me, who stands wrongly accused of conducting business with drug cartels. Mike and Marcus are on the run for much of the film and require help from Mike's estranged son, um, um, Armando Aritas, played by Jacobs Scipio, to protect them and their former boss legacies. Jeez, man. Um, Ride or Die also stars Paola Nunez, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, Eric Dane, um, Iwan Gruffud, Dennis McDonald, and Tasha Smith. The film is also Smith's second film released since his infamous slap at the 94th Academy Awards, with the sequel winning him so much some much needed goodwill and even making a slight reference to it during its closing sequence. Um, that ain't it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Yeah, the continued success of the Bad Boys franchise has sparked further speculation about whether there will be a fifth installment of the action-packed franchise. Smith and Lawrence are open to doing Bad Boys 5, while franchise producer Jerry Bruckheimer recently revealed behind the scenes talks have happened about the sequel. Ride or Die is now showing is already actually 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 it's not really in theaters anymore. It should be on DVD and streaming platforms like hold on, let's find out if let's find out about Bad Boys 4. Let's see. Um let's see. Yeah, it's on DVD right now. You can actually watch it on Amazon, I think Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime and all and other streaming platforms. I think Netflix. I don't know, but I'm glad. I am glad that Bad Boys 4 made over 1.2 billion dollars. That's amazing, and they should make a five. They should make a fifth movie, and that's pretty good. Um, One thing I should mention before you go to the next movie news is Teresa Randall wasn't in the fourth movie because she had like a health related injury. So that's why Tasha Smith is taking Teresa Randall's place. So there you go right there. Now let's get into another movie news that we should talk about here. Hang on 1 second here before I even before I even so so let's see. Let's see. Now, obviously obviously Bab no, excuse me. Obviously Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the trailer already came out already. So I want to to let me get to that right there before I even go somewhere else. Uh, let's see. Um, hold on. All right, this is from the folks from Variety, right? Paramount has released the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which introduces one of the Blue Speedster's most iconic foes, the evil Shadow the Hedgehog, who's voiced by Keanu Reeves. The Sonic 3 will premiere in theaters on December 20th. I'm glad that they're keeping the December 20th date because nobody asked for a fucking prequel to Mufasa. Nobody cares. I don't care about that shit. So the third film, which was greenlit prior to the release of 2022's installment, will explore new areas of the video game universe created by Sega. Though plot details have been kept under wraps, the post-credit scene of Sonic 2 teased the inclusion of Shadow. Alongside Ben Schwartz as Sonic, the live action cast from the two previous movies comprised of Jim Carrey as the villainous Dr. Robotnik, James Marston as Tom Wachowski, Tika Sumpter as Maddie Wachowski, and Lee Doob as Agent Stone will reprise their roles additionally. reprise their roles. Additionally, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who voices Miles Tails Prower, and Idris Elba, who voices Knuckles, the Echidna, are also back. Alba recently starred in Paramount Plus's live-action spin-off series Knuckles, which followed the titular character as he adjusts to life on Earth after being introduced in Sonic 2. The show also starred Adam Pally. Let me see. It showed. It's hold on. Yeah. The show also starred Adam Pally as Sheriff Wade Whipple from the first two Sonic movies and featured cameos from Schwartz and O'Shaughnessy as Sonic and Tails. In the miniseries, Knuckles agrees to train Wade as his protege and teach him the ways of the Echidna Warrior. The events of the series took place between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog premiered in theaters in February 2020, and its sequel was released in April 2022. Both films earned over $724 million combined at the global box office. Um, Jeff Fowler, who directed the first two films, returns for the third. And by the way, they already done filming. They just had to dub the languages for international places and all that other stuff. That's why it was taking so long for the trailer to come out. So, you know, they try to keep things under wraps and stuff. So that's pretty much why it took so long. What I liked about the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer is overall the cinematography, the CGI, the VFX, and of course the storyline and all that other stuff, which I'm not going to give away any spoilers on here. So it's it's up to you folks out there to actually go see this movie. Make sure Sonic the Hedgehog 3 crushes Mufasa at the box office um because because Sonic the Hedgehog is like the most popular character compared to Mufasa. Like, nobody asked for a prequel. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Yeah, it's crazy though, man. And a lot of YouTubers were talking about it, and they reacted, and they were so excited about it. I, I didn't really scream when the first trailer came out. I didn't really scream and all that other stuff, so I didn't really do any of that. So, um, it to me, to me, to me, this is going to be a great movie. And another YouTuber, John Campia, a shout out to him, by the way. Um, he broke down the numbers in one of the videos in regards to Sonic 3 the Hedgehog, if it'll make over $1 billion. And he actually doubts that it'll make over $1 billion. But you know something though, never say never. Because when you never say never, because you when you doubt a movie like Sonic the Hedgehog 3, it feels like you're underestimating the success of the Sonic franchise. Let me tell you something. This is a wait and see type of thing. So the movie doesn't come out till December 20th. So you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to hopefully they do hopefully Paramount does a second trailer to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I hope that the movie is not PG-13, man, because that would be so crazy and stupid. Because you can't like you cannot possibly think. Look, you're not gonna be able to. I rather because the first two Sonic movies were PG. I'm pretty sure the third one is going to be PG because I read somewhere that the whole thing with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 being PG-13 because of Shadow's backstory and all the other shit, that rumor is debunked. It is not true, and it is a fucking myth. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Not a PG-13 rating. It's going to be a PG because kids like to be in the movies to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 3 because and it's not and listen, it's not just it's not just a kids movie, man. A lot of grown-ups are actually even gamers are actually watching the movie. They're going to be watching the movie. So, you know, you know, never say never, man, and you just got to wait and see when the movie speeds into theaters December 20th. All right. Now that I got that myth out the way, man. Now that I got that myth out the way, man. Um, let me see what we got next to talk about here. While I'm at it. Let me see. Let me see what else we got to talk about. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Yeah. So all right. All right. We talked about Bad Boys. We talked about Sonic the Hedgehog. Um what do you say we go into some TV news right here, man. All right. Yeah, let's go into some TV news. We're going into TV news right now, man. Let's get into yeah, I want to actually yeah, I have to cover so there is I didn't have time to cover Power Book 2, the final season, and when it's coming out. I didn't get a chance to talk about that in the last episode due to time. So we're gonna get into it right here in TV show checkouts. All right. TV show checkouts. We're gonna get into it right here, right now. Um, so let's get into it here. Okay. All right. I want to get into let's get into Power Book 1. No, excuse me, Power Book 2. All right. I didn't get a chance to talk about it in the last episode. So let's talk about this. Leave 4-1 already. Okay. Okay. All right. So according to Yahoo Entertainment, Power Power fans are at the edge of their seats. Stars Power Book 2 Ghost has officially ended the first part of season 4. However, the story of Tariq St. Patrick and the Tejada family isn't over just yet. Speculation is swirling about what the future holds. Fans are left wondering if Power Book 2 Ghost is canceled or if it has ended with the first part. Here's everything you need to know about Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 Fate. Is Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 over, or will there be more episodes? No, Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 has not ended. Season 4 is slated to release in two parts. The first part's final episode is Eagle Death, which released on July 5th, 2024 of this year. Power Book 2 Ghost's final season throws Tariq St. Patrick into the fire, facing the consequences of his drug dealing and clashing with powerful figures. Tariq must strategize his survival alongside Braden. A new detective, Don Carter, adds another layer of danger. This forces Tariq and those close to him to make difficult choices and fight for their lives as per the economic times. The ending of this spin-off series is expected to be disappointing news for its fans, especially as the spin-off series is the first to have ended aside from the original one. However, as per Radio Times, Catherine Busby, president of programming for Stars, has offered some hints about what to expect. She said, in quote, "This explosive season of Ghost is a fitting crescendo in a decade of an immensely popular franchise. Fans will not be disappointed." Is Power Book 2 Ghost ending after season 4? Yes, Power Book 2 Ghost is ending after season 4. According to Variety, according to Variety reports, Stars will conclude Power Book 2 Ghost with its upcoming fourth season, originally spun off from the acclaimed crime drama Power. The series was renewed for its fourth season in January 2023. Season 4 is scheduled to premiere in two parts. The first part will debut in June 7th, 2024, and the second part will launch in September. Why did Stars cancel Power Book 2 Ghost after season 4? Stars prioritizes cost-effective originals, ending long-running shows to focus on new projects amid rising production costs. Thus, they canceled the series. Damn. And I bet you they did the same shit with Power Book 4. Whoa. 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 That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be disappointed about TV shows being canceled. And I previously talked about this with the Easter Raid shit. When Rap Shit got canceled at 2 seasons, it's not about the ratings. It was because of money, of production costs. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with race, man. Like seriously, everything's not always black and white. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it got canceled. But anyway, that's crazy that Power Book 2 and now Power Book 4 Force is getting canceled too. Damn. Damn, man. That's crazy right there. Yeah, so in response to the escalating production costs associated with aging shows, Stars has prioritized cost effectiveness in its slate of original programming. According to Deadline, this strategy involves concluding a long running series. Furthermore, this decision includes Power Book 2 and Power Book 4 Force, as the channel wants to redirect resources toward new projects. Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's terrible right there though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um in other TV news, man, Next Star. I'm pretty sure y'all probably didn't know what was going on with Next Star. So, and this is from their website actually. So WGN TV in Chicago, WVBT TV in Norfolk, and KLFY TV in Lafayette will carry CW's primetime entertainment, live sports, and special event programming in three top markets. Um, Irving, Texas, May 1st of this year, 2024. Next Star Media Group Incorporated today announced that it's owned and operated television stations in Chicago, Illinois, um, DMA number 3, Norfolk, Virginia, DMA number 43, and Lafayette, Louisiana, DMA 125. Will become affiliates of the CW network on September 1st, 2024. All three stations will begin carrying the network's primetime entertainment, live sports, and special event programming at the time. The addition of these Nexstar owned stations as affiliates, two of which are among the country's top 50 largest markets, highlighted by Chicago at number 3, will bring the number of Nexstar owned CW stations to 42, covering more than 36% of U.S. TV households, said Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. As the CW's number one affiliate group, Nexstar is very pleased to be bringing the network's programming to these stations this fall, especially with NASCAR, Xfinity Series racing, and the WWE's NXT, which I don't really care for, joining a very robust lineup of sports programming, including LIV Golf. Listen, man, that sport is so boring. That's right. That's right. Boring and tedious, to be exact. Yeah, yeah, that part, man. Boring and tedious. Yeah. And Ace AWC college football and basketball. Adding the CW's programming to them will offer advertisers a variety of new linear and digital opportunities to reach millions of viewers. The CW reaches 100% of U.S. households and delivers a variety of live sports and 14 hours per week of primetime entertainment programming beginning in 2025. The network will carry 500 hours of sports programming. The fully ad-supported CW app with more than 96 million downloads to date is available for free to consumers. Now, for those of you who may not know what Next Time Media Group is about, so Next Time Media Group Incorporated is a leading diversified media company that produces and distributes engaging local and national news, sports, and entertainment content across its television and digital platforms, including more than 310,000 hours of programming produced annually by its business units. Nexstar owns America's largest local television programming group, comprised of top network affiliates with over owned or partner stations in 117 U.S. markets, reaching 220 million people. Nextstar's national television properties include the CW, America's fifth major broadcast network, News Nation, America's fastest growing national cable news network, uh, popular entertainment multicast networks, Antenna TV and Rewind TV, and a 31.3% ownership stake in TV Food Network, the company's portfolio of digital assets, including its local TV station websites. The Hill and NewsNationNow.com are collectively a top 10 um, U.S. digital news and information property. Of course, for more information, you can visit their website at nextstar.com. In other TV news, hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. We need to talk about hang on a second here. In other TV news, Halo 2. Halo 2. So, and this is from the people from Source. So, here's what's happening here. I see why am I. There's been a controversy brewing over the TV adaptation of Halo. If you play the game that goes back over 20 years, you know that the main character, Master Chief, excuse me, does not, never takes off his helmet or armor. It's a thing, full stop. Halo arguably made Xbox the console gaming platform it is today and carried Microsoft on its back in the video. Yeah, i- in the video game world for years. So this matters. Now, fast forward to the high budget action sci-fi TV series on Paramount Plus, and there's been a lot of back and forth amongst the fans about the lead character, Master Chief, played by Pablo Schreiber, taking off the helmet. Get this. Kiki Wolfkill, the producer and game developer, explained away the controversy. There's such a fervor around the idea that it feels like it just happened in season two, but we took it off in season one. Wolfkill said to Blavity, Blavity's Shadow and Act. We just reunited the creative debate around his helmet being on or off, and it's tough. So much of Master Chief is how you, as a player, identify with him in the games and how you inhabit that armor in the games. She added, so it's hard when his helmet comes off in the show because all of a sudden we're telling the story of a character that may be different from how people imagine them in their head because of how personal their connection is to him as the character that they play in games. At the same time, it was really important for us to be able to tell his story and who he is, both in and outside of the armor. And so we recognized it was a risky decision, but also um, recognized it was really important to how we wanted to tell his story. Yeah. Um, okay. What's going on? Look, we get it. They are doing something different. It's called taking a cinematic license. And it happens with hang on a second. And it happens with adaptations. In the Walking Dead, the show departed from the book early and often the same thing happened. Oh boy. And the same thing happened with Game of Thrones. But check this, and sorry, but spoiler alert. But audiences exited the first season with Master Chief surrendering his consciousness to Cortana, and then Schreiber dishes this. The approach with this show was always been to dig into the character that's underneath the armor, says Schreiber. So we'll continue with that approach. We'll see Chief in armor and feel why he is who he is and how effective he is at his job. And we'll see Chief in all of his stoicism and power. Schreiber added. Strawberry added will also get underneath the armor and examine the man, examine this soldier, um, examine the shoulder. No, excuse me, examine the soldier who has been tasked with saving humanity and is just beginning to experience his own and dealing with the ripple effects of what that means for him in trying to figure out what he's responsible for, which parts of his life are his own and which he claimed for himself and what he ultimately owes to humanity in his role. Here's what Joseph Morgan added. He plays the new kid on the block, James Ackerson. You meet James in the first episode and he comes in. He's the new boss, right? Morgan said. Ackerson's main concern is the survival of humanity, and so he'll do whatever it takes to make sure that mankind survives for good of humanity. So he shakes things up when he comes in. He has a plan, and he truly believes that this is the right way of doing things. Um, he just needs everyone to get on board, Morgan continued. So he'll do whatever it takes um, to bring people on board, and that means manipulating them. That means butting heads with people, but it's all about pulling people in line with his vision. And as the season goes on, the character arc gets more complex because we see more of his personal life, his private life, and we start to learn more about James Ackerson, his vulnerabilities, why is why he is like he is, and why he does what he does. So by the time we get to the end, he has been through some experiences that make him a very different person with a very different view on the world. For gamer heads, fans of Halo, and those who just follow the series, whether you prefer the helmet on or off, season 2 of Halo is currently streaming on Paramount Plus. All right. Let's get into another TV news involving The Simpsons. This is according to Lad Bible. Fans of The Simpsons were left devastated when a longtime character was killed off in the animated series' most recent episode. Larry the Barfly had been a mostly silent stalwart of the show since its very first season back in 1989, regularly sitting at the bar at Moe's Tavern with Homer and friends. But he met his rather fitting demise last week, dropping dead in a bar he loved. Oh boy. Following his death, Simpsons co executive producer Tim Long apologized to upset fans and said it's a massive deal when characters on the show die because it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes. So we mourn the loss of Larry. Let's take a look back at the other Simpsons characters Simpsons characters who've headed to the Springfield in the skies over the past 35 years. First off, Bleeding Gums Murphy. Damn. Uh, Bleeding Gums Murphy. Let me see. Bleeding Gums Murphy was Lisa's inspiration as a musician. Jazz musician Bleeding Gums Murphy first appeared on our screens in season one's Morning Lisa. In further episodes, the saxophonist acted as an inspiration and mentor to Lisa, who bumped into him just moments before he died from a heart attack in season six. Maud Flanders obviously made regular appearances on the animated show as the next door neighbor of the Simpsons and wife of devout Christian Ned Flanders. She tragically met her demise in season 11 after being struck by t-shirt fired from a cannon at the Springfield Speedway, causing her to fall to her death from the stands. Damn. Dr. Marvin Moreau, oh wow, appeared sporadically on the show until his death. Damn. Dr. Moreau first appeared way back in season one, offering The Simpsons therapy under his family bliss or double your money back promise before they completely blow out the town's power via electrical shock chairs. Jeez. Yeah. Um He also graced our screens sporadically as a radio show host on KBBL. However, the character's death was confirmed in the 138th episode Spectacular, with later episodes showing his gravestone as well as the Marvin Monroe Memorial Hospital. Rabbi Hyman Christos, Christos, Christowski, um, Hyman, Springfield's respected rabbi and father of Krusty the Clown, was introduced to the show in season 3 when Bart and Lisa tried to reunite the father and son. In season season 26 episode Clown in the Dumps, Krusty asks the rabbi if he thinks he's funny, to which he responds, before slumping back into his chair and dying. Mona Lisa. Homer always believed his estranged mom, Mona, who appeared in early seasons in flashbacks of his childhood, was dead until it was discovered that she was actually on the run after destroying Mr. Burns's biological warfare experiments. After first reappearing in Homer's life in the seventh series of the show, after believing he died, Mona attempts to reconnect with her son in season 12, but Homer refuses as he is scared that she will abandon him again. He later changes his mind only to learn that she had died sitting in front of the fireplace. She later reappeared in Homer's dream, where she tells him that a failed fishing trip between him and his father wasn't the reason she left the family. Fat Tony was the boss of the Springfield Mafia. He first appeared in season 3 and became a regular in following seasons. In season 22, he died in Homer's arms from a suspected heart attack and replaced in the mob by his cousin Fit Tony, who then later becomes the new Fat Tony. Edna Krabappel. Unlucky in love teacher Edna Krabappel um, was a regular in the show between seasons 1 and 25. However, following the death of her voice character, Marsha Wallace, in 2013, her character was retired in respect to the actor. Her death was acknowledged in 4 regrettings and a funeral, where Bart's chalkboard scribblings read, "We'll really miss you, Mrs. K." Yeah, so that's pretty much what that is, though, man. That's really kind of interesting right there. Damn. Wow. Um Why the characters are yellow? That's the crazy thing that I didn't understand though. So why are the characters yellow? Um, why are the characters yellow? Actually, let's see. Um, I did actually. You know what? I'm gonna save that for a future episode. I'm gonna save that for a future episode. I'm not gonna have time to get to it. I'm not gonna have time to get to that shit though, man. And also, I'm pretty sure you folks out there are familiar with Journey Smollett. Um, let's see. All right, this is from Variety right here. So, um, this was a while back actually. Journey Smollett, who you may know from Lovecraft Country, has joined the cast of Apple TV Plus's Firebug, which she'll star opposite Taryn Edgerton. Smollett will play Michelle, a rising star detective. Firebug, loosely based on true events and inspired by a podcast of the same name, stars Edgerton as an enigmatic arson investigator. The two characters pursue two serial arsonists. Edgerton is also an exec producer on the Apple original series from Apple Studios from creator Dennis Lehane. Lehane also developed and executive produces Firebug, which reps a reunion of the team behind Apple TV Plus's Blackbird. Other executive producers include Richard um, Plepler via Eden Productions, um, Dan Friedkin, and Bradley Thomas through Imperative Entertainment, and Carrie Antoles. Apple points out that the series is set in the contemporary Pacific Northwest, is fictional, although it does take some of the events included in Truth Media's Firebug podcast, which was hosted by Antolis, who executive produces for Crime Story Media LLC. Also, Mark Smerling is the executive producer for Truth Podcasting Core. Um, Smollett was most recently seen in the legal drama The Burial, along with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones, as well as the indie drama We Grown Now. Among the 2024, hang on, hang on a second. Among the 2024, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? Among the 2024 Independent Spirit Award Beats feature nominees, she'll be next. She'll next be seen in The Order with Jude Law and Nicholas Hoult. Smollett's TV credits besides HBO's Lovecraft Country includes Netflix's Lou, the CW's Birds of Prey, NBC's Friday Night Lights, WGN's America's Underground, and HBO's True Blood. Earlier in her career, featured breakouts included Eve's Bayou at the age of 11, as well as The Great Debaters, Hands of Stone, Gridiron Gang, and Beautiful Joe. Firebug is the latest project from Apple Studios and produced by Imperative Entertainment, along with Blackbird, Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, and the recently announced film development The Wager, an adaptation of David Grant's new book and developed by Sakilia Productions. Smollett is rep by Entertainment 360, CAA, and Nina Shaw. Yeah, you can watch it on Apple TV right now. So, you know what I mean? Check it out for yourselves. All right. All right. So, we're going to get into. Hang on a minute here. Hang on a second, man. Um, let me see. All right, so we need to get into. Hang on a second here. So we got to talk about. Let me see. We got to talk about Amazon Luna Cloud. So Amazon Luna Cloud releases on Android now. So we're gonna get into it right here. We're gonna get into it right here, actually. So I would say, I would say this counts as. Let me see. Amazon Luna. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Does this count as? Let me take a. Let's take a look here. Hang on one second here. Amazon Luna in the gaming category. Let's see. Um, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Amazon Luna was getting to this segment right here, the video game entertainment entertainment newsroom. All right. Here we go. The video game entertainment newsroom. This is where we start off with Amazon Luna. All right. Let's get into it right here. All right. Amazon Lunar it is. Let's get into it. Let's break down what that is. All right. Um let's see. Let's see. Amazon Luna. Let's see. I know I have that story. I have that story. Hold on a second. Ah, there we are. Okay. And this is from Gamer this is from Game Rant, excuse me. Yes, Game Rant. So, let's see. Originally revealed in 2020 and made available to a select group of people, Amazon Luna officially launched on March 1st, 2022 in the United States before expanding to the UK, Canada, Germany. A cloud based service, Amazon Luna offers subscribers an opportunity to stream a curated selection of games, with its library being divided into a few channels that each come with a unique monthly price. Besides the channel, Amazon Luna also grants Prime subscribers access to a handful of free games per month. At the moment, four titles are usually the standard, although some temporary surprises might be included. Since Amazon Luna requires a stable internet connection to work, with 10 Mbps being the recommended speed, Prime owners can test the service using these titles before looking into the platform's channels. It also helps that Amazon Luna's free games for Prime lineup are generally pretty good. And These Amazon Luna free games with Prime will be available between August 1st through the 30th of 2024. So there you have it right there. There you have it right there. Um, Undoubtedly the best Amazon Luna free game with Prime for August 2024. Batman Arkham Knight represents Rocksteady at close to its peak, while the Batmobile overstays its welcome, and the story should not be hold too many should not hold too many surprises. Excuse me. For anyone familiar with the Cape Crusaders history, the 2015 release features um, arguably the most complete combat system in the franchise, along with comparing favorably to pretty much every other superhero game on the market. Beyond that, Arkham Knight's Gotham is still gorgeous and has barely aged a day over the last decade, as long as the lack of NPCs is ignored. At this point, most people have likely played through all the Arkham games, so they might not feel much of an urge to revisit the final chapter in this format. However, it's still a great giveaway. Ultra Kill. Every month, Amazon Luna free with Prime includes a game that seems specifically tailor made to test the service's streaming capabilities. While this could backfire if a new user has a bad experience where the opposite to happen, Luna might end up with a new believer in the technology's potential. Ultra Kill moves at a blistering pace where every single second matters to the point that any notable lag can and will ruin a playthrough. Assuming everything runs smoothly, Ultra Kill is a must play for anyone remotely interested in first person shooters. The game blends stylish kills with a high skill level that is a blast to master. Let me see. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Horizon Chase Turbo, right? Let's get into it right here. Horizon Chase Turbo does not hide its inspiration in old school racing games that existed during the SNES and Genesis eras. Revolving around a world tour, drivers get to step behind the wheel of an array of cars as they take on scenic races while visiting some of the most iconic cities on Earth. The 16-bit visuals are both retro and modern, along with just being beautiful. And of course, we have the Monster Truck Championship Rebel Hunter Edition, um, returning for a fourth time. Monster Truck Championship Rebel Hunter Edition pretty much delivers exactly what its title promises. Simulating monster truck races, the game shows an admirable attention to detail both in the design of the vehicles and the overall presentation. The controls and slower pace can take some getting used to, especially for people who are not that into um, monster trucks. Hmm. Okay, Wobble Dogs. Wobble Dogs, a cute pet simulator. Wobble Dogs puts players in charge of taking care of a pack of dogs, ensuring these good boys have the best life. However, these pets are not exactly ordinary. In fact, they are mutants and they gradually evolve as their lives continue. Wobble Dogs is a fun sandbox sim that moves at a relaxing pace that is a good fit for a streaming platform like Amazon Luna. If someone is craving adorable escape from reality. This is the game for them. Of course, yeah. Hang on a second here. Amazon Luna with Prime's other August 2024 games. Okay. Uh, so Kanai, Young Souls, and Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap have all been free with Prime before, so their mileage with the subscriber will vary depending on whether they have played through them previously. That said, they are all good games. Okay. Fallout New Vegas. Um, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. Um, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. Yeah. Um, Trackmania Starter Access. Um, and let's see. There's so many. There's so many. There's so many games, man. There's so many games that came out this year and last year and and previous in the previous year and stuff. So if y'all wanna learn about the other games that's also featured on Amazon Luna for free, you can go to gamerant.com, www.gamerant.com/Amazon Luna Prime free games. All right. In other gaming news, hold on a second. Sony is laying off 900 people, which sucks because Sony is laying off 900 people. That sucks though, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is from The Verge. Sony says it's laying off around 900 employees of its PlayStation division, a reduction of its global headcount of around 8%. Sony's layoffs will impact a variety of its PlayStation studios, including Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, Naughty Dog, shit, Guerrilla Games. Oh man, that's funny. And Fire Sprite. Sony's layoffs are the latest in the wave that has been impacting the gaming and tech industries throughout 2024. Wow. Wow. That really sucks, man. That sucks ass. You know what I'm saying? That really sucks ass. Um, that really sucks ass though, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's crazy. That's really crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's crazy right there. Um, yeah, that's crazy right there. Very crazy. Damn, son. Yeah, wow. We have made the extremely hard decision to announce our plan to commence a reduction of our overall headcount globally by about 8% or about 900 people, subject to local law and consultation processes, says PlayStation Chief Jim Ryan. Employees across the globe, including our studios, are impacted. You think several PlayStation studios are affected, with Sony closing its London studio in the UK, which developed PlayStation VR games. Sony's Fire Sprite Studio, which is also impacted, is the British studio behind PlayStation VR's Horizon Call of the Mountain game. Sony revealed last week that it's working on PSVR 2 support for PC. In a separate note, Herman Hulst, head of PlayStation Studios, confirmed US based studios like Insomniac Games and Naughty Dog are also affected alongside. Oh man, the name Naughty Dog kind of made me laugh a bit, so forgive me. Alongside Sony's Guerrilla Studio based in the Netherlands. Overall, employees across the Americas, Japan, and EMEA and APAC regions will be impacted. After careful consideration and many leadership discussions over several months, it has become clear changes need to be made to continue to grow the business and develop the company, says Ryan in an internal email to PlayStation employees. We had to step back, look at our business holistically, and move forward, focusing on the long run sustainability of the company and delivering the best experiences possible for our community. The layoffs come just days after Sony missed a PS5 sales target, which led to Sony's stock price plummeting by $10 billion. $10 billion. While the PS5 outlook wasn't what Sony was expecting, analysts also pointed toward a near decade low games margin, suggesting that the cost of making games is eating into Sony's gaming margins. Sony's president Hiroki Totoki discussed the opportunity to grow PlayStation games on PC earlier this month too, and it looks like Sony is throwing more resources at its PC and mobile effort, delivering and sustaining social online experiences, allowing PlayStation gamers to explore our worlds in different ways, as well as launching games on additional devices such as PC and mobile requires a different approach and different resources, says Hulst. Um, the game industry has been hit by waves of layoffs recently, and 2023's great games were overshadowed by a dark cloud of layoffs. Microsoft laid off 1,900 Activision, Blizzard, and Xbox employees last month, around 8% of the overall Microsoft gaming division. Unity also laid off 25% of its workforce last month, and Discord laid off 17% of its employees. Sheesh. Damn, son. All right. All right. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say we go to Sonic X and Shadow Generations release date. All right. Um so this is from one esports.gg. All right. The long awaited Sonic X Shadow Generations release date was finally announced with a confirmed launch on multiple gaming platforms. Developed by Sega, Sonic X Shadow Generations is an exhilarating collection featuring two epic time traveling adventures starring Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog. Um, So alongside the Sonic X Shadow Generations release date, a second trailer previewed the nostalgic yet, excuse me, fresh experience that longtime fans of the franchise and new players alike will not want to miss. So everything you know about Sonic X Shadow Generations. The collection combines two standout experiences, Sonic Generations and a brand new narrative, Shadow Generations. First introduced years ago, Shadow the Hedgehog returns in a never before seen solo adventure that promises to take players on a thrilling journey through time and space. In Shadow Generations, the notorious Black Doom re-emerges to once again threaten world domination. Determined to thwart these nefarious plans, Shadow must delve deep into his past, confront painful memories, and harness harness new dark powers known as Doom powers. These abilities allow Shadow to surf. Hold on a second. Yeah, allow him to surf on water, fly over obstacles, and even stop time using chaos control. Players will relive levels from Shadow's previous adventures, now twisted by Black Doom's influence in both 3D and 2D stages. Additionally, an open zone hub world inspired by Sonic Frontiers called White Space offers new exploration opportunities as Shadow's powers grow. Sonic Generations reunites classic modern Sonic in a race against time to undo Dr. Eggman's and the Time Eaters' attempt to rewrite history. Gamers gamers will spin dash through a collection of iconic stages from Sonic's story past enhanced with updated visuals and cinematics. The game also features collectibles including hidden, hidden child, excuse me, um, and introduces the drop dash technique for added exploration possibilities. Now for Sonic X Shadow Generations release date, the Sonic X Shadow Generations release date is on October the 25th. And from what a fellow YouTuber Sonic Hub basically talked about how you can pre-order the game on October the 22nd. All right. Yeah, you could pre-order it earlier before the release date, which is October 22nd. Um hold on, let me make sure I get this right though. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Sonic X um Shadow Generations pre-order date in October. Okay, let's take a look here. Hold on a second before I even do all this extra shit. Um, yes, I was right. October the 22nd is when you can pre-order the game. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. Let me make sure that I so I want to get to some weekend things to talk about here. So let's hold on. Let me see how much time we got. Okay. Okay. 21. Okay, yes. So let me make sure. Yeah. October 22nd is when you can pre-order. All right. What else to talk about in gaming news? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on a second. Um, yes. So GTA 6 won't get delayed due to the stupid strike that's going on. According to Game Rant. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is not at risk of being delayed because of the 2024 game actor strike. Take Two Interactive said GTA 6 is hence still targeting a late 2025 release. On July 25th, the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, um, announced a strike action targeting some of the biggest game developers in the United States. The union representing over 2,500 games industry performers said it opted for the move after being unable to reach an agreement over usage of generative artificial intelligence technologies. So GTA 6 is exempt from 2024 SAG after strike. And while the job action threatens to stop multiple AAA productions, the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto franchise reportedly isn't part of that group, with Kotaku reporting that the much anticipated game has been exempt from the strike, citing a statement from a Take Two Interactive spokesperson. The official did not elaborate on the specifics on how the GTA 6 publisher managed to negotiate this exemption, although its very existence suggests that the company found some common ground with the union over its future approach to generative AI solutions. The contentious issue at the root of the strike comes down to the specifics of how game developers should compensate actors for using AI to recreate their performances. Stronger AI protections for performers were one of the 25 demands that SAG-AFTRA communicated after setting its sights on the video game industry in 2023. The union has already reached an agreement with the 10 groups it is negotiating with over the remaining 24 issues. As things stand right now, the strike is targeting 10 companies: Activision Productions, Blind Light Disney Characters, Electronic Arts Productions, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac Games, VoiceWorks Productions, WB Games, and Take Two Productions, which is not affiliated with Take Two Interactive. SAG-AFTRA members had already authorized the strike via a preliminary vote in September 2023, opting to stage a walkout should one be necessary during the negotiations. This is getting out of hand with these stupid ass strikes, man. These strikes are really messing up everybody's pockets. Like, yo, look, man. This is terrible, man. This is very terrible. And I actually saw a video about this shit too, man. And to be honest, yeah, the AI situation is crazy, but at the same time, like you really trying to ruin. Wait a minute, you're really trying to ruin. Wait a minute. Oh wow. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I was watching The Catch by Tyrone Taylor. I'll get to the game in a sec. Anyway, man, that's crazy, man. This is the craziest shit that I ever heard. Man, these strikes is killing a lot of people, man. This is crazy, man. I'm sorry about all these people going through this mess. This is getting out of hand. Anyway, where were we? Where were we? Um, where were we actually? Shortly thereafter, Take Two Interactive offered assurances to investors that GTA 6 would be unimpeded by any and all labor issues, with CEO Strauss Zelnick describing the project as completely protected from the then potential strike. The company's newly released statement thus essentially reiterates that 2023 pledge. And while this turn of events lowers the chances of a GTA 6 delay, such an outcome is still within the realm of possibility. That's largely because every AAA title that Rockstar released in the 21st century faced at least one major postponement prior to hitting the market. um, um, let's see. Let's see. What else? What else to talk about here, man? First two games for Nintendo Switch. Let me see how much time we got. All right. I think I could squeeze in one more. One more. I think I could squeeze in one more thing actually. Um, wait, hold on a second. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You know what? You know what? I will save the Xbox boss, and I will save the upcoming Switch games for 2024 and beyond for a future episode because I don't want to waste too much time on this though because I want to get to some fun activities to do for the weekend and stuff for Labor Day. So um I will put I will save those topics for a future episode. All right. So so let's get into this thing. Hang on a second here, man. Um let's get into this thing that I like to call, which is one of my favorites actually. Um Remains to be seen. All right. This is where I actually give you a breakdown on some fun activities to do for the week and weekend. And because Labor Day weekend is around the corner, um, here it is. Remains to be seen, kid. Get it? Remains to be seen. Are you looking for some fun activities to do for the week and weekend of this Labor Day weekend? I got the answers of some fun activities to do. So let me just get settled in. Let me get settled in though. And I want to start off with ladies first because Angela Yee Day. All right. Angela Yee Days. Let's get into it right here. And this is from Power 15.1 dot iHeart.com. So um so for the So, for those of you who may not know, I'm actually going to break down break down what that event is about. So let's get into it here. We're gonna get into it right here. So let's see. If I could find it. If I could find it though, hold on a second. Damn. If I could find it, hold on a second. Yeah. We're going to hang on a minute. Hang on a second here. There's some other stuff I want to actually get into here. Damn. Um, Angela Yee Day. For those of you who may not know, I'm trying to look up some information in regards to that. So I'm gonna look up some more information in regards to that too. So let me just um give me a second to find it, and um I want to dive into what that is actually. All right, so all right, let me get to it right here though. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I was just right there. Um, so let me see this. Let me see this. Actually, come on. I want to give you a breakdown on what that event is about, though. I'm just trying to look for some information. Um, all right, here we go. Here we go. So, WWPR Power 105.1 New York has announced the return of the sixth annual Angela Yee Day. The event, hosted by Angela Yee of the nationally syndicated midday show Way Up with Angela Yee, will take place on Sunday, September 1st from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern at the Barclays Center Ticketmaster Plaza in Brooklyn, New York. This year's celebration will feature high energy performances by a lineup of talented artists. Dancehall sensation TJ, known for his hit single Drift, will take the stage alongside Mally Don, Layla, Breezy Lynn, Pressure, Busspipe, Jay Swishers, and I Kayla. Additional artists are expected to be announced. Angela Yee Day, established in 2018 when former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio honored Yee for her community work, has become a prominent annual event in the city. Now, in its sixth year, the celebration marks the start of Labor Day weekend, which features the popular West Indian Day Parade and other festivities showing Caribbean culture and pride, which I will get to the street closures in a sec. Now you can tune into her shows, which is Way Up with Angela Yee. You can listen to it on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms, including YouTube, and also she's also a podcaster with lip service, so you can actually check those shows out. And also, she did an interview with the guys from Backfield. You can check that out too. All right. So there you go, right there. You can go to yeah, it takes place at the Barclays Center. I think you have Ticketmaster. Yeah, you have to get your tickets. Be sure to get a ticket. All right. Be sure to get your tickets. All right. Let's see. Let's see. And speaking of the West Indian parade, man, I want to break down. I want to break down. Um, I want to break down some street closures that's going to be happening for the West Indian Day parade. Um, so there you go, right there. Uh, it's free. It's a free event, actually. All right. It's a free event. Don't forget to get your tickets and all that great stuff right there, man. So all you need to do is go get your tickets. Um, Go get your tickets and all that great stuff right there. So there you have it right there. Um, so all right, some street closures that I should talk about here. I want to I want to get to some street closures. Um, some street closures involving the West Indian Parade. I want to actually get into it right here, and this is from the people from Fox 5. Um, Especially if anybody's going away for Labor Day weekend. Airports, highways, beaches, and theme parks are expected to be packed for the long holiday weekend as a lot of Americans mark the unofficial end of summer the same way they celebrated the season's unofficial start by traveling. The Transportation Security Administration anticipates screening more than 17 million people between Thursday and next Thursday, a record of a record for the Labor Day period. AAA says bookings for domestic travel are running 9% higher than last year for the holiday weekend, while international trips are down 4%. American Airlines plans to have its largest Labor Day weekend operations ever and expects a 14% increase in passengers compared to last year. Not everyone travels for Labor Day, not compared to July 4th or Thanksgiving. Those are the most popular ones, said um, Aza Diaz, a spokesperson for AAA. But certainly, Labor Day offers people a way to get away for a final weekend of the summer. You got people who are either taking the 3 day weekend or perhaps taking off the whole week before Labor Day. Um, if you are traveling to get to the last blast of summer, here is a rundown of what you need to know. If you plan to start your driving on Thursday or Friday before Labor Day, you will be sharing the road with commuters. You might want to leave before the morning rush hour or even in the evening to avoid jams. Transportation data provider Enric says the worst time to travel by car on Thursday will be between 1 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. and on Friday between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. That flips on Saturday when you'll want to avoid driving between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Drivers should avoid. Drivers should expect uh, the most severe traffic jams before the holiday weekend as commuters mix with travelers, said Bob um, Paishu, transportation analyst at NRIX. Monitoring traffic apps, local news stations, and 511 traveler information services may help drivers navigate around congestion and reduce driver frustration this Labor Day. And real time NYC traffic map. Now, I'm not going to go into too much. Now, gas will be around between no the national average over Labor Day weekend in 2023 was $3.81. In recent weeks, gas prices have remained steady, hovering around $3.50. Okay, parking rules. Parking meters will not be in effect on Labor Day. In New York City, you can park without paying for the meter on Sundays. If you try to pay on Labor Day, your payment will be rejected. The meter will display a meter off. Um, and alternate side parking is suspended on Labor Day according to NYC 311. The types of airports that's going to be the busiest I would say, let me see, airports that's gonna be the busiest. Let's see. Yeah, American Airlines. Yeah, American Airlines is gonna be the busiest days. Thursday and Friday will be the busiest days actually. All right. So the busiest airports is Newark Airport and JFK Airport. Of course, obviously. I'm not even gonna get into the weather and all that other stuff, so I'm not gonna get into all that shit. So, um, now some street closures. All right, some street closures, real quick. Street closures, real quick, man. Especially for those repping Caribbean. So, some street closures includes Pier 4, 58th Street, um, 1370 Ralph Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. That's August 31st from 10 p.m. to September 1st. Um, yeah, August 31st from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. There's the New York Junior Carnival and Youth Festival 2024, August 31st at 9 a.m. Brooklyn Museum, 200 um, Eastern Parkway, New York. Um, um, of course, of course, there is a Arak Arakabessa Caribbean Music Festival. Marshall Griffin's Jada Kingdom will be performing at Roy Wilkins Park on Marion Boulevard, which takes place in Queens. You can per you can purchase your tickets online. Um, and yeah, the Rum and Music, the Ultimate Fete Labor Day Weekend, 58th Street, um, Brooklyn, and all that great stuff right there. And of course, there's gonna be some performers like Nadia Batson and Skinny Fabulous. Tickets is on sale. Hurry up on you can hurry up and get your tickets on Eventbrite. You can actually watch it on Pix on September 2nd, 2024. You can watch the celebration live on Pix 11 at and pix11.com and Pix 11 Plus. Yeah, the street closures. I want to get to the street closures real quick, actually. So, yeah, the street closures I have to mention because this is very important, very important. Just in case, just in case, we need to get to some street closures, actually, man. All right, so let's see. All right, some street closures. We need to talk about some street closures. I'm trying to look for it. Trying to look for it right there. Trying to look for it. Street closures. All right. There. Yeah. It's mass street closures. Anyway, man. Anyway. So hold on. Okay, I want to get to some street closures actually. So forgive me. Street closures. All right. Some street closures that you should know about. Um, some street closures you should know about is Grand Army Plaza entire circle, Buffalo Avenue between Eastern Parkway and East New York Avenue, Rochester Avenue between East New York Avenue and Sterling Place, Ralph Avenue between Eastern Parkway and East New York Avenue, East New York Avenue between Howard Avenue and Utica Avenue, Eastern Parkway between Howard Avenue and Army Plaza, Grand Army Plaza, Washington Avenue between Sterling Place and Lincoln Road, Flatbush Avenue between Grand Army Plaza and Catton Avenue, Ocean Avenue between Empire Boulevard and Parkside Avenue, Butler Place between Grand Army Plaza and Sterling Place, St. John's Place between Underhill Avenue and Grand Army Plaza, Rockaway Parkway between East Avenue, East New York Avenue and Rutland Road, Parkside Avenue between Park Circle and Flatbush Avenue, Bedford Avenue between Eastern Parkway and Empire Boulevard, Empire Boulevard between Flatbush Avenue and Nostrand Avenue, Nostrand Avenue between Empire Boulevard and Linden Boulevard, Lincoln Place between Eastern Parkway and East New York Avenue. These are the street closures that you should know about. And of course, I did talk about the subway changes in an earlier episode that I did in 344. You can listen to that. So don't worry if you didn't know about the street closures and the subway changes, bus changes, commuter rail. I got you with all that though. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so, I think that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it, man. I am going to wrap up right here. Let me make sure. Yeah, let's wrap up right now, man. Let's wrap up right here. I gotta get ready for work. Um, let's wrap up right here. Hang on 1 second here. Hey, man, what is going on here? All right, man. We're gonna get to stream choices on the go right about now, man. Let's go. We're gonna get into it right here, right now. Um, come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Yes, stream choices on the go. This is where I actually mentioned to where you can follow the podcast and stream on streaming platforms and all that great stuff right there. So, um, without further ado, come on, man. Without further ado, I'm gonna actually break this down. So, so there you go, right here. So here it is. All right, make sure you follow the podcast not only on Facebook but also on Threads and Instagram. Off the Meat Rat Chainz NY podcast, and alongside with my other two podcast shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, my sports platform, and my entertainment review platform, Meticulous Rogers podcast is also on there. And make sure you follow me on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555. You go to the link in bio, you're gonna see a whole list of other streaming platforms where you can listen, stream, and watch. Starting with Odyssey, Audible, Audioverse, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overall FM Podcast Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for Podcasters, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio, and podcast episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio and streaming platforms. All you need to do is subscribe to iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms that I just mentioned. Make sure you do the same with YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555 for live video podcast episodes. Leave a like in the comment, stream, listen, watch. Be sure to share. Be sure to enable alerts. Add the podcast to your playlist so you can be notified on new episodes, especially with the date, day, and time. Tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word. Share the link. Share my link tree along with the podcast and streaming platforms with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, and people you're cool with from work. That's gonna do it for me. That's gonna be a wrap. I'm your man, G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to the 345th episode right here. I appreciate every single one of y'all. You could have listened to any other podcast in the whole world, but you chose to listen to this podcast platform. Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. You have to work hard and earn it. It's not going to be given to you on this fucking silver platter, all right? You have to also, don't let anybody stop you from following your goals and dreams. All you need to do is find your niche. Make sure you find something that clicks to you. Follow your heart creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision and all that great stuff right there. Listen, man. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, including the West Indian Parade. And if you missed out on street closures that I just mentioned today, you can replay this episode and along with the other episode that I just talked about, including the other thing I covered earlier in episode 344. You can replay that. I'm up out of here. Peace and one love. Good night, everybody. Enjoy and happy Labor Day weekend to every single one of you. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.